All right, today's question. How to write a good profile or bio?
Real comfortable here.
Now it's getting to get good.
These guys want to be front and center.
They're just going to try and get as close as they can right to here.
They love a camera.
They do love a camera.
You know what I'm going to do?
He's here for affection. I don't know if he's here for the camera.
I always take a funny Christmas picture of them. I put them in Christmas things.
Let me make sure my collar's
I need to make sure to post that on one of our videos
one of
here.
the funny pictures?
Since they like to make appearances. Because they do love the camera.
What?
I'll show everyone their Christmas get-ups.
It's
usually different every year. So whatever I find in the box of Christmas decorations. Don't you? You love it?
Yes, I know.
So anyways, we're here with Shift, dating and relationship coaches, our two dogs. You all have seen Boss Lady, Roy.
Lay down.
You going to lay down? There they go.
As close as to they can from where they are. Go ahead, lay down, Roy.
So we're going to answer a question today, you said?
I get to start doing the foot dance again, trying to figure out where I can put my foot.
Yeah, they're all underneath you today.
Although he's mad that I just moved my foot. He's like, where did your foot go? Lay down. And now he's going to go to the other side. You can lay right there, my guy. Go ahead. Go down. Let's see if he... I thought he was going to lay on my feet.
Physical touch is his love language.
Definitely his love language. I would pet him right now, but that means he's going to stand right back up. Oh, we're getting low on questions here. We need some of y'all to go ahead and send some more questions in the comments. We have been getting some comments, which is lovely.
Oh, I love them.
Lovely.
We love to hear from you. We love to hear from you. All questions, comments, anything, dating, relationship. We love to hear them.
Yep. So let's see if this
I got a lot of comments on a sweater I wore.
Oh, yes, you did.
A couple videos ago.
Yes, you did.
Still love that, too.
It's a nice
Dressed
jacket.
in Joy, by the way. The jacket is Dressed in Joy.
Dressed in Joy.
The
Instagram.
The Instagram small. Company? Yeah, I love her stuff. I have a dress,
which, by the way, can be worn by a male because...
Yes, this is a unisex. I actually got it for you for Christmas last year.
Which I generally wear, so that's out of my closet. But you've heard me say before, I don't... if I like it and it brings me joy, I don't care.
And this is Dressed in Joy.
That is Dressed in Joy, which is even better. And
so if you like brightly colored clothes, small business, woman, minority owned.
Right. By the way, this is not sponsored. We
no,
have no clue
not
who she is. She's never talked with us.
No, not sponsored at all. I paid full price for this.
Right, but we do like supporting other small companies because, hey, we're a small company trying to do it too, so we know.
All right, today's question. How to write a good profile or bio?
Oh, darn it. Boo. Yeah, that one. Here's a problem we have with that. We believe in authenticity.
What? Yes.
So, number one, I know there are companies out there, and I find this just
wild.
Crazy. But there are companies out there that will write the bio for you.
There are companies that will message people.
There are companies that will message people for you, which I find is really just leading towards a letdown. Because you're not talking about a matchmaker. That's something different. A matchmaker is going out there. They're trying to find somebody that matches certain things that you want. Certain things that you need. And so I find that different. But a company writing your bio and a company writing your messages is basically going out and looking for somebody to speak your words. And at some point, you're going to have to go use your own words. You
can't phone everything in.
You can't phone everything in. Even if it's AI, even using AI to write your profile, I have an issue with. The idea is that you want to build a relationship, and you want to build a relationship that is a long-lasting relationship. Mm-hmm. If you want to build the amount of time you spend at the beginning of it is the amount of payback you'll get towards the middle and the end of it. Does that make any sense?
The time that you put into it is
the time you put into it at the beginning is what you'll get back out the end of it. So if you use AI to write it, you might get a couple of dates and you might get a couple people who want to show up and be out on a date, but you're not necessarily you're going to get AI level relationship out of your AI input beginning. if you have somebody writing it for you, because you have the money to have somebody writing it for you. So you're like, oh, I'll have them write it for me because my ability to write or something sucks. So I have them do it for me, and I'll have them message because I get so nervous when I'm messaging them. Sooner or
I don't know
later,
what to say.
you're going to meet them in person. You're going to have to be you. It's going to be incongruent. And whether the person knows it top of mind or subconsciously, they're going to know, oh, that wasn't you. And
Right.
essentially somewhere in that, eventually somewhere in that relationship, it's going to come back and it's going to be, that wasn't you. You have not been 100% honest with me, whether it's discussion or just subconscious and it happens. We're going to float in our different directions.
Right.
So you put yourself in it at the beginning, you will get what you're supposed to get out of it at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But if you use some other tool or some other method to overly generate what you're going to say, then you're going to get that crap at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not against AI to clarify things, to clean it up, or to help spruce it up and make it a little bit better. I'm not against asking friends, to ask them and say, hey, how can I make this a little bit better? But how do you write the perfect profile? Be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself. Be authentic, be personal, be personable, because that is who you are. If you are signed up for our newsletters, which I write, you'll know that I write them because it sounds exactly like me sitting here.
Yeah.
It is me with lots of in parentheses.
A whole bunch of ellipses.
My extra
parenthetical
thought,
phrases.
by the way. Right. Because they are exactly how I talk. So you know that I write those newsletters, right?
A lot of the social media posts I write.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
maybe I'll use AI to clean them up. But how many times have you heard me say, I don't like the AI version of this?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it in this way. Who cares? The diction might be off. Whatever.
Right. And I do use AI when I'm doing it. But in fact, I full disclosure, I had a session this morning, right, with someone. And we were talking about AI and in the use of AI. And this was a job interview that they had. And my thing was, I view AI, I need to put this down. I view AI like a brainstorming session where or somebody looking at my paper that I've written, because I will write everything in there like I'm writing it.
Yeah.
And then I will say, polish this.
Right.
Right. I'm not taking the information that they've given me and just hey, I need to answer this question.
Right.
What are some things that people like to do in their free time? Because if we're thinking about bio, your online bio, not just writing that and then taking it, copying it, and pasting it into my bio.
Yeah.
I will write it like I'm writing the newsletter, and then I will say, hey, spruce this up.
Right.
So I think if you're doing something like
It's
that,
a tool.
as far as AI, it's a tool. It's not. This is not a person.
Artificial. You want an artificial relationship? Use artificial AI. Use artificial intelligence.
Right. What are your thoughts on this, though?
Can I say this real quick? Because I just had this
Yes,
thought.
you can.
I'd rather have a profile start off by saying, hey, I don't even know what to put here.
100%.
Than to come in.
I'm trying to be authentic.
Right. I don't even know what to put, but then to come in with this really hot line that sounds like it was fed to you by something. Continue.
Right. So your online profile would be so I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'm trying to be.
Right. I'm trying to do this thing. I don't know what to write, but
Right. What I was saying was having a 30-second elevator pitch for yourself.
Yeah.
And I oftentimes hear, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know. And my response is oftentimes this: ask your friends what they would say.
Yeah.
So if you need help with your bio or you're not sure what to put there, have your friends put eyes on it.
Ooh.
Male and female.
Use the actual intelligence.
Yeah, use actual human intelligence.
Actual human intelligence.
Yeah. Here's the thing too. Ask your friends what pictures you should
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
there.
We've said that before. Get yourself your own your board of directors for your profile.
Yeah. Now we have had people that have worked with us that have sent their photos to us and said, here's what I'm using. And our response has been, send us some more photos of yourself.
Right. Based on how we speak to you and hear you, this does not represent.
This doesn't fit
your essence.
Yeah, this does not capture the essence of who you are.
Yeah, because ultimately, what you're trying to do in the profile and you're trying to do in the pictures is you're trying to capture
You're trying
the
to be
spirit of who you
Yeah.
are. And if it's artificially generated or also artificially generated because another company is generating it,
Right.
then it's not
If it's
your
not,
essence.
it's not you generating.
There are a bunch of keywords in there, so you pop out on the screen, and there are a bunch of things in there that because keep in mind, if a company is doing it, they have to have a measurable, right? To
Right.
justify doing it for you. So a company doing it, their measurable is that you're going to get so many responses.
Yeah, or
Not
gonna
that you're
get
going
so
to
many
find,
views or
right. Their measurable is not that you're going to find love. Their measurable is not that you're going to have a long-term relationship. Their measurable is that out of 100 profiles that pass you, 20 to 35% may click on you, which will be an increase of 100% over the number of people who would have clicked on you if you did not have them write it. What part of that sounds like a genuine relationship? But that's how they have to measure to justify their cost. Your cost
right.
is love, time, and romance. Their cost is just dollars.
Right.
Which one are you looking for in a real relationship?
Mm-hmm.
So just spend the time figuring it out yourself, because that time spent, and here's the other thing, I could be missing this person, I could be missing that person. And this one comes from, like, I remember doing this a lot from the business perspective. You're worried about getting out there fast enough to get to this person, or if you should put a price. Because if you put a price on this, then I might remove this person, this other company from being a possible company. That company wasn't a possibility if that price was too high in the first place.
Right.
So that person that isn't responding to you wasn't a possibility if they aren't responding to your actual profile in the first place.
Yeah.
And by wasn't a possibility, this also means, because I don't know if this happened with you, you weren't necessarily dating in city. Sometimes I was dating in city, and I'd see a profile, or somebody might see a profile of me, and maybe I'd reach out to them and they wouldn't respond, or likewise. And then you see them in human, and then you have an interaction with them, and it's completely different.
Yeah.
So this is not saying the person isn't a possibility to you ever.
Right.
But as far as that profile goes, as far as that dating profile, whatever it was, you didn't pop off, they didn't pop off to you, it's not a possibility no matter who wrote it.
Right.
If you wrote it and they don't respond, then that's great. You just weeded out somebody who wasn't for you anyway.
Save yourself some time.
All you did was save yourself the energy, and you filtered. All you're doing is filtering anyway. You filtered to somebody who actually wants to get to know you, versus somebody who wanted to get to know you off of something that wasn't real, and that now you could waste 6 months chasing down, passing up the possibility for one of the ones that are actually for you, because you're chasing down something based off of some artificial or some fake information.
Mm-hmm.
Be authentic. That's the A you need.
Right. Also, I was thinking we have in terms of vulnerability in relationships.
Yeah.
And in order to engage in a real healthy relationship, like, vulnerability is a key. It's necessary.
Yeah.
So if you are afraid to have your friends or your people take a look at your online profile, that's a barrier to vulnerability.
Okay. Explain that more. Is a barrier to vulnerability to start the relationship, a barrier that's going to show in a relationship?
As a person.
Okay.
So if you were
okay, I got you. You're talking about as like the macro aspect of
yeah.
human. Okay.
If you're afraid to have your people look at your online profile, especially like your close friends who are for you.
True.
Right?
True.
Your close friends are supposed to be for you, you know.
Yeah.
If you're afraid to have them look at your profile and help you.
Yeah.
Because your friends want good things for you.
Yeah.
If you want to find someone, they want you to find that one.
Right. If you're tired of being a third wheel, they also are tired, but not in the oh, I feel sorry for you way. They want you to be able to double date with them.
Yeah. Like they too want that partner for you. So they're not going to hinder you, they're going to help you. And hopefully you have friends that are going to share their honest opinion.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So if you're afraid to share your profile with your friends to critique it, that might be something that needs to be assessed.
Now here's a question.
Okay.
Do they have to be a grown-up friend in a grown-up relationship, or can they be a single friend, or can they be if they're the friend that's just, hey, I don't want a permanent relationship anyway, so I'm just out here dating everybody. Is there a marker requirements on what type of friend this friend should be relationship wise, not to you but to other people? Romantic experience, should I put it that way? They have a good romantic resume.
I think your friend is looking at your profile saying, does this represent you?
Okay.
Is this a proper representation of you?
Right. But does the friend have to have
I don't
requirements,
think
or
a
what
friend
type of
has to
friend?
have. I don't think the friend has to have that, because the friend's looking at your profile saying, "Does this reflect you?" Not, "Is this something someone else is going to want to say yes to?" Your friend is just looking at it saying, "Is this a representation of you?" Like the people that we've worked with and some of the things that we've said, and we said it here just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I don't think these pictures capture the essence of who you are.
Right. I wonder about that though. I like the idea. I do like the idea. I do think there are probably some friends you might not want to ask.
I mean, yeah, there probably are some friends you
Yeah.
might not want to ask,
But that's what I'm saying. Is there a
but
marker?
surely, like,
Is there a specific friend that you're thinking, don't ask the playgirl. Don't ask the one who is 40, who never wants to date, never wants to have a long-term relationship anyway. Don't ask that person. They might not give you the right information.
maybe you
And I know
ask 3 to 5 people.
that's one of my answers right there. Give it
The
3 to
odd
5. Give it to
number.
3 to 5. The best group is 5 to 7 people.
I would say ask someone who you know is going to be honest with you.
That one, I think, regardless of how they are in their relationship, the person who's going to be honest with you is probably the most crucial one,
Yeah.
because they're not the romantic. They're not. They're. And honest doesn't always mean brutally honest. Honest just means, I don't think that works for you, or no, please no, or that
Right.
that line is terrible. Take that out. But I think the person that's going to be honest with you will have that full picture in mind of what is the best you, who's the best you, who do I think would make you happy, and
If
actually
your
come from
close
that
friend
angle.
is in a close relationship with you, so they are already engaging in a close relationship
I mean,
with
for
you.
real. So they know your strengths and your weaknesses.
Right. Ask your friend, what do you see as my best qualities?
Hopefully they've seen your sucky relationships previously, so they know
If there
those
were
too.
some, or
Oh.
maybe they see what are some potential barriers, but for the purpose of this, we're just talking about, your profile
Yeah.
or putting yourself out there in the wild.
In the wild.
Yeah. It doesn't mean, I don't think a person should turn themselves inside out, because that's not who they are. But are there ways to highlight your best qualities?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you're a person that wants to wear gray all the time,
Yeah.
but when you wear bright blue, you just sparkle and shine,
Yeah.
or it catches people's attention because your complexion or your eyes or your hair or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Then hopefully your best friend is going to say, hey, you know what? When you wear this, you look so radiant.
Yeah.
You look so good, whether it's
Yeah.
a guy or a girl, whatever. You look so good when you wear this color.
Yeah.
Let's get you something like that.
Right. Right.
Like, let's get you something that's blue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's not turning yourself inside out. That's just highlighting one of your great qualities.
Okay.
So if you don't know what those are, and a lot of times, like, people don't know what those are,
Well,
because they
yeah.
feel like they've been rejected so many times. They're
And
like,
we're
what are my good
also
qualities? Or
more
I'm
what's the word?
deprecating.
Yeah, than we are to say, hey, I look good, or I do this. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So ask your friend, like, what would you say are my good qualities? What would you say are the top 3 things about me?
okay.
And go from there.
And then what do you say about that person? You said there might be a person who doesn't want to share their profile with their friends. What do you say about that person to that person? How do they move beyond that barrier to be willing to share a profile? Or what does that say about their readiness to even be in the relationship?
Yeah, that's what I was more alluding to. Like, if you have difficulty being vulnerable with some of these people that are your close people, how are you
Right.
going to be vulnerable?
In a relationship.
Yeah. How are you going to be vulnerable enough to start a new relationship? Because we're not starting and going, like, jumping in, like, diving into the deep end where you're
Hopefully
just, right? We talked about that, our date,
Hopefully not.
on the first date, like, just have fun.
Yeah.
See if you can have fun with this person. Like, the first date should not be, did I get the job?
Right.
Right. The first date should be, tell me about your company. Here's me. Like, can we have fun together?
Yeah.
And then we progress from there. That doesn't say wait until date number 10 to 15 to talk about if you want kids or not.
Right.
Or talk about what you is that you want out of life. Because
I still want
let's
to put that
remember,
date map together. I think we could.
we'll put that together. We'll put a date map together. Because remember, you don't want to wait till 10 to 15 because the point of dating is to be known.
Yeah.
To get to know someone and to be known.
Yeah.
If you're not sharing these things until dates and dates down the road.
Right. How you going to be known?
Right.
Can you think about that? If you wait to date 10, right, to start talking about some serious stuff.
Like, do you want children? Yeah.
Even,
how do you feel about kids?
Even if you went out every week, you're pretty much a quarter of the year in before you get into serious stuff. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That's a long time. I'm saying don't get there on the first week, but months in, 3 months in, it's a long time to have some serious conversations about some serious content or subject matter.
Yeah.
So okay, so the person, if they aren't ready, if they don't want to share, so the profile and sharing a profile with a friend is almost as if it's a marker to say, hey, where am I actually on the openness scale of being ready for a relationship in the first place?
I think it can be, yeah.
Okay. All right, and if that marker is closed, if that marker is wide open, full speed ahead. If that marker is closed, you probably need to talk to somebody, explore some things, or do something in your individual sense.
Yeah.
Is that marker being closed directly related to confidence level or no? Can somebody be high confident and low openness or low confidence and high openness? I think I said that correctly.
I meet so many people who are very confident individuals and confident in what they do in their profession. And when it comes to dating,
just no.
All that stuff just goes out the window.
What happens in the exchange from work to dating?
Well, dating depends on another person.
I'd argue that work does too. Oftentimes, if they're working in a team or a group,
if you're working in a team, yes, but your own work ethic and your own ability to perform is your own, right? But so they're very confident in these things, but they've also done their job multiple hours over multiple days and multiple years. Of course, you're going to feel more.
I think I align more with that.
In that,
yeah, I think
of course you're going to feel more confident in that. You've had way more experience with it. So at this point in your life, you know what to expect. But when you were new at that job, did you feel that confident? Probably not.
What is the experience level comp though? When you're talking about work, it's I've been in this job for 10, 11 years, so I know what I'm doing. When you're talking about relationships and having a relationship is a comp, I've been in 10 and 11 years of relationships, or at least I've known myself for 10 or 11 years, so I know what I bring to a relationship. Because I feel as though those are different.
I'm not 100% sure what you're asking.
So comparison to 10 or 11 years in a relationship, what means that I've had 10 or 11 years having relationships with other people. So I know how I am in a relationship with somebody else. The other version is I have 10 or 11 years relationship with myself. I know who I am. I know how I am. I know what I am. I know who I want to be in and outside of a relationship. So because I know me and have confidence in me for at least 10 to 11 years, then I have confidence in a relationship because I know me. So it goes back to that other thing where you're saying one is I need another person to be there to feel as though I have the experience. The other one is all I needed was to know me and understand me better to have the experience. And so I have that. So I'm good to go.
I think it's you. I don't know if there's a direct answer to that, but I would say this. I think that there's this. I'm trying to think of how I want to formulate this. There's the idea of this requires another person, right? I've got the interview. Or if we're going to relate to work, I've got the interview, but I need to know if they like me. You go on a job interview thinking, are they going to like me? Are they going to think I'm good at this? Not am I going to like this company? Am I going to like this role? We oftentimes don't do that at a job, which sometimes can be very similar to relationships.
Yeah.
You're going into it, especially if I see this more with women, where they're saying, how do I get them to like me? Do they like me? What do they like? Can I be that? Instead of, this is me. This is what I need in a relationship.
Yeah.
This is where I thrive.
Yeah.
This is how I thrive.
Yeah.
This is a healthy version of me. When we were able to do that, I think we can make a lot more progress, and that does build the confidence.
Yeah. A couple things there. I'm trying to figure out which one to go down to because there's a potential if I go down one, we end up down that line and don't talk about the other ones at all. I think it's sometimes oversimplified that men don't say that in a relationship. The part of what can I do for them to like me?
I would give you that.
That happens a lot. That happens a lot. And I mean, that's happened a lot over generations. That's not even a modern male thing. I can remember parents and uncles and grandparents saying the simple line of, oh, I do that so she won't complain. Or I do that so, she wants me to do this on Sunday. So happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
That's what that whole phrase is. Like, I'm going to do this and adjust to do this thing so that she likes me. I hate that phrase, by the way. But I'm going to adjust and do this thing so that she likes me. So I think that oftentimes it's overlooked that males do that, and that the spacing in which males do that isn't seen and isn't acknowledged. And I think that's one of the issues of conflict that happens consistently in relationships, especially among men versus women, when that is not seen, that men do that also. And I also think it's men versus men don't see that happening themselves because it has to be put in some masculine format when you're doing that because your wife wants you to. So whether you call it whipped or whatever you want to phrase the word, you're doing it for her happiness. And you're changing yourself to do that for her happiness. So if you're doing that, just acknowledge that you're doing that. But going down to the work thing, I still kind of feel as though we're taking the work. And here's my thing. Here's the reason I keep on going down the work versus the relationship part is because I feel that people can align with work and feel more comfortable in that work sphere than they can in a relationship. And I want to create the bridge that connects the two so that you can do the same thing there, here, and make them both the same. Because you're looking at work and you're thinking, I know my job, I know how to do my job, and it doesn't require anybody else. There aren't a lot of people working who's doing a job that doesn't require anybody else.
Right.
There is a team structure there. There is something that's happening. Even if you're self-employed, you're dependent on somebody else doing something else somewhere else to help make your self-employed job easier. And so you're oftentimes in a relationship at work with somebody else that is similar, minus the romantic side of it and the love side of it, to a relationship. And if you have that skill in work or at work, you also have that skill in your relationship. The problem is we look at the relationship and say, it's a relationship. It's so different. Because we know at some point from work, we're planning to retire and just move on or change jobs. But relationship and marriage are hoping either death or divorce.
Well, I mean, we're not hoping divorce.
Yeah, yeah. Death or divorce. You're hoping for death. Shockingly, that's the winner. If your relationship ended because of death and nobody killed the other person, you're doing pretty good, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the bar.
That's actually the goal. The goal is to die. Die in this relationship. But because we look at the relationship as that long-term versus that it has a definitive ending or a definite ending, then I think we start to put the panic wheels on a little bit. I think many people come into a relationship having developed some skills over their life that could be carried over and just massaged for the relationship, as opposed to having to develop these skills completely from ground zero as if they've never had it because they haven't been in 5 or 10 relationships.
Right.
But they've been in this job for 20 years that utilizes the same skills. If I look down your resume, man, you should be a pretty good partner.
Yeah.
You should be. You study conflict resolution. You got communication skills. You know how to type and text.
So back to our question of
profile.
How do you write a good profile or bio?
Yeah, my answer was short. Be authentic.
Yeah, be authentic. Have other people put eyes on it.
Have other people put eyes on it.
Just like you would have someone look over your resume.
Yep.
You're also, when we talk about relationships, taking this a step further, you have in your job, you also often have performance reviews and team meetings and things like that. I think
performance reviews are not sex performance reviews. These are relationship performance reviews.
Right? I don't. Don't know why you felt the need to say that, but
Because I'm a male and I know how some males think. You say performance reviews, there's a certain thing that might go down the line of.
no, that comes back into the checklist that we've talked about in relationships. How are we doing?
Yeah.
How are we doing for each other? How am I doing for myself? How are you doing for yourself?
Yep.
What are some things that we need to like make sure we're paying attention to?
Yep.
So, how to write a good bio, be authentic, be you, have other people put eyes on it.
Yep.
Ask your friends what are your best qualities.
Yep.
Ask them what are your best features, even if you want.
Yep.
And trust their opinion. Like if you have people that are for you,
Right.
they're not going to say, yeah, post this picture because you look heinous.
Right.
They're not going to say that.
They're not going to do that.
And here's the thing. Your friends probably have pictures of you that are really
Way
beautiful
better.
and really great looking.
And are
Of
actually
you.
natural.
Right.
Natural,
because
real.
they're the ones holding the camera.
Right. And then I do have one question for you. What is your thought on profile length? I know that there are some systems out there that are starting to limit how long your profile can be. But do you have an opinion versus long versus short?
Long enough and short enough that you can express some things about yourself without getting too lengthy, without going into too much detail, without giving a lot of explanation.
I'm gonna sound like a project manager on that. Talking
I
about
could
your
be a
critical
project
path
manager.
is the longest and the shortest route to.
If somebody's getting really wordy,
Yeah. That's
Then
where
you're like,
that's
all
where that
right,
AI comes in to
like,
clean it up.
enough.
Clean it up.
Yeah, or you could have
You
said
do
that
not
in two
need all those
sentences,
prepositional
not
phrases.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how can you best express yourself without giving all this explanation or background information
Right.
but also while being specific?
But be specific. Be real.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel as though there's a requirement for you to be 10 words,
No.
but you also don't have to be 500 characters or
Right.
500 words.
Right. 500 words.
500 words.
Yeah. And we do, profile.
Reviews.
Yeah. We do profile reviews and photo reviews and stuff like that. So if you want us to go over your stuff, hit us up, get with us.
Let us know.
Send us a message. We are happy to do that. We want you to be in the relationship that you want.
Well said.
We do.
Well said.
That's how we got started here. Like we just want people to be in really good relationships. Not just any relationship.
No.
Really good, healthy relationships.
A good, healthy,
Yeah.
happy, joyous, laugh-filled.
Because I've said this once, I will say it again and again. It is better to be lonely and alone than lonely and with someone. And if you are not in a healthy, good relationship that's for you, you will be lonely in that relationship.
That is it.
Mm-hmm.
Real comfortable here.
Now it's getting to get good.